Begin this recipe by making a sweet stiff starter. To do this, mix together 40 grams of active starter, 40 grams of filtered water, 80 grams of all-purpose flour, and 10 grams of sugar. Use your hands, if necessary, to incorporate everything. Rest 8 to 12 hours before incorporating into the dough. To make the Tangzhong, whisk together 120 grams of buttermilk or milk with 25 grams of all-purpose flour in a small saucepan continuously over medium heat until the mixture thickens like a paste. Because I will be using this pan again for the milk mixture, I transfer the Tangzhong to a separate bowl. Cover the Tangzhong tightly in cling wrap to prevent a skin from forming. Cool completely before incorporating into the dough. In a small saucepan, combine 240 grams of buttermilk or milk with 80 grams of sugar, and 5 tablespoons of cubed butter. Place the saucepan over medium-low heat and stir almost continuously to ensure the buttermilk does not curdle. Heat the mixture to 90 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit or until the butter is partially melted and the mixture is warm but not hot to the touch. In the bowl of a stand mixer, whisk 180 grams of all-purpose flour with 180 grams of bread flour and 7 grams of salt. Add the buttermilk mixture, Tangzhong, and sweet stiff starter. Roughly mix, then transfer to a stand mixer fitted with a dough hook attachment. For the Ankish room, use the dough hook and scraper attachments for this wet dough. For a KitchenAid or similar mixer, this dough is comparable to my cinnamon roll dough. The link for that video will be in the description if you need a visual of the kneading process for your mixer. For the Ankish room, knead on a speed 4 to 5 until the dough becomes strong enough to push the scraper away from the sides of the bowl. Because this is a smaller quantity of dough than some of my other recipes, the dough may not climb up the dough hook as a sign of readiness. You can always check for a window pane if you are unsure. It should take about 15 to 18 minutes. For a KitchenAid or similar mixer, use a medium speed, around speed 6 for a KitchenAid, and knead until the dough becomes strong enough to pick itself up and slap the sides of the bowl, 10 to 15 minutes. After the dough is finished kneading, I like to perform a few coil folds to bring it together. Transfer to a proofing container to allow the dough to double in size, 8 to 12 hours. This takes about 10 hours in my 70° Fahrenheit home. After your dough has doubled in size, prepare the filling. Combine 120 grams of white sugar in a bowl with the zest of 2 lemons. Use your hands to work the mixture until it resembles coarse sand. This will bring out the oils in the lemon zest and enhance the lemon flavor. Now, mix in the poppy seeds and incorporate 1 stick of softened butter. I use my hands for all of this, but you can use a spoon or other device to make the paste, if desired. Lightly flour your working surface and turn the dough out. Roll the dough into a 16 by 16 inch square. Spread the filling all over the square, making sure to get all the way out to the edges. Cut into 64 2-inch squares. Stack 16 squares per mini loaf pan to make 4 mini loaves. To do this, first grease the loaf pan. Then, take and stretch each square out slightly before stacking into the vertically positioned pan. We do not want the squares pressed too tightly into each other, as it is important to leave room for expansion. Shake the pan around to evenly distribute the squares. It is okay if the squares are not perfectly even or perfectly stacked. In my opinion, this adds character to the loaves. Cover the loaves and let them rest again until very puffy, 2 to 4 more hours. Bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 to 30 minutes, until the internal temperature reaches 185 degrees Fahrenheit. I like to add a sheet pan to the rack underneath the loaves to catch any potential butter drippings as they bake. To make the frosting, combine 3 ounces of cream cheese with 1½ tablespoons of butter, the juice of 1 lemon, and 3/4 cup of powdered sugar in a small food processor or blender. Process until smooth. Spread the frosting all over the warm loaves. And sprinkle with additional poppy seeds. And that's it. Lemon poppy seed pull-apart mini loaves. Enjoy! Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more.